Dear students, it is the third video for the week 6 and we are learning writing techniques and the writing process. In the previous videos, we learned about the various techniques like brainstorming, mind mapping, clustering, and the journalist questions as the most effective techniques for the beginners and as well as for the accomplished writers, that they have to apply these techniques for generating new ideas and concepts all the time. Now we are going to talk about the writing process, that how can we lead our writing into the final accomplishment or the final stage. Well, the writing process is divided into following stage. Number one, pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, and proofreading, publishing, and presenting. Pre-writing basically is the first stage in which the writers think about the topic. Clear? Pre-writing is anything you do before you write a draft of your document. It includes thinking, taking notes, talking to others, means discussions, brainstorming, outlining, investigation or gathering information like interviewing the people, searching the library, assessing the data. Dear students, these techniques have to be followed by all the writers. In the quite earlier we discussed that first thing is to select the topic. Once you have selected a topic, then the second thing becomes to think about other demographic needs. Audience analysis means what is the topic? Why have you selected this topic? Who is going to be your audience? You make a complete analysis. Okay, your purpose, whether you want to write for entertainment, for persuasion, for guidance, what are your purposes? Fine. And then we think little more, we read different books, take notes, okay, we write outlines and then develop these outlines into a draft. Pre-writing in itself is a complete program, and we have discussed the pre-writing stage in detail, that all the techniques which have been expressed in the previous video are applied in the pre-writing process. The students, move next. Tips. Find your ideas. The one thing important is ideas about writing, what to write about. Okay, ideas are all around you. You might draw inspiration from a routine, an everyday situation, or a childhood memory. I mean, there are so many things around us. Okay, for example, last day it was the first rain of the winter season. and it was very exciting. People were quite excited. Everybody was enjoying. They were going to different shops, purchasing different curries and dishes. People came out of their homes and they went to hotels and restaurants. This can be a idea. Okay. The modern online business, it can be an idea. Clear? Everyday situation, for example, rush, duties, or sorry, some childhood memory. I mean, you used to visit some place, some old friend, fine, anything, any pet, anything can be your interest. Build on your ideas. So the most popular methods of fleshing out your idea are free writing and brainstorming. Mean build your ideas. Mean develop your ideas. And here they have expressed that brainstorming and free writing, they are the two methods to develop our concept logically. Plan and structure. Once you have developed your ideas and you have gathered up sizable information and detail, you can arrange into a story or essay. Piecing the puzzle together comes next. It is time to sort through your ideas and choose which ones you will use to form your story. On these formats of the clustering and free writing will give you enough concepts. Okay, students, next, drafting. This is the stage. Drafting. Drafting occurs when you put your ideas into sentences and paragraphs. Here you concentrate upon explaining and supporting your ideas fully. Here you also begin to connect your ideas regardless of how much thinking and planning you do. The process of putting your ideas in words changes them. Often the very words you select evoke additional ideas or implications. Drafting beta is called to develop your ideas into a synthesized form, sentences and paragraphs. For example, in the first, for as a brainstorm, you talked about the winter season and the rain and the effects of the rains, okay, the food people like and the problems people had to face. Fine. Now you are writing all these things. We start as if uh, winter and rain are quite interrelated in subcontinent because rains happen in the monsoon. Monsoon is a monsoon is a rainy season that brings rain. One in the summer and other in the winter season. The rainy season in summer is longer, whereas the rainy season in winter is short. Okay, for the last half 1.5 months, the it is the arrival of the winter, but there was no rain, due to which people were suffering lots of issues and problems. Last day, the clouds gathered up, wind blew, and finally the downpour happened. In the beginning, it got slow and it really embellished the people. They became happy, they came out of their homes, okay, and went right into the restaurants. In the markets like commercial market and other, the aroma of the fried chicken and other curries attracted them. This is called drafting. That when you connect your ideas into logical sentences and paragraphs, we have to add details, examples, we compare and contrast. This is called drafting. Clear? Here are some things. Don't pay attention to such things as spelling at this stage. This is very important, that when you are in a writing, drafting stage, you should continuously write and don't worry about much about the spelling errors or the other errors. Just do it and prepare a prototype. Fine. And the the errors finding is the next process. Clear? That we say revising and editing and proofreading. This draft tends to be writer centered. It is you telling yourself what you know and what you think about the topic. Mean it is your personal. Nobody has yet seen you. You have not it published. It doesn't have any liability on you. Okay? Nobody is going to question. Since it is with you, it is immature. It is in building up process. Understood, students? So once you have completed your brainstorming outline, then do write in the proper paragraphs and sentences and paragraphs. Tips for drafting. Suppose now you have your plan and you're ready to start writing. Remember, this is your first rough draft. I mean, you have gathered up information, you have taken notes and hints, okay, and brainstormed. And this is your first draft. Don't worry. It is really somewhat challenging, but don't worry. Forget about word count and grammar. Don't worry that your words are exceeding or your words are less or your grammar is faulty. Don't worry about this. Don't worry if you stray off topic in places. Even the greatest writers produce multiple drafts before they produce their finished manuscript. Clear? Writing is often derailing. It often hijacks us from the real topic into some uh, other directions. It happens with everyone. Clear? Even the great writers of the world, they they have to face this problem. Clear? These things have to be settled later on. Think of this stage as a free writing exercise, just with more direction. The writer says, I mean, the tip is that even at this stage, you should feel relaxed and take it as if you are at the stage of free writing. But here you get lots of input from the other sides. You are more directed, you are more specified. Fine. Identify the best time and location to write and eliminate the potential distractions. Writing needs you to sit at the calm place. And there are specific times when you are mentally ready, when you can sit for the longer hours, when you find yourself around cool and there is no distraction. Writers, that they always search a very calm corner at a calm place. And they don't love and they can't afford distraction, noise, and other things around. Making writing a regular part of your day. And writing you have to take as a regular strategy. Yes, students, I think it's enough for this. We have searched to pre-writing and drafting. Okay, In the next video, I'll explain the remaining portions of the writing process.